Welcome back to Sonic Chaos with the Electric Egg Zone. A certainly more dangerous level than we're used to in Sonic Chaos. That's not saying much. In these pipes you want to hold right pretty much the entire time. With the exception of the last pipe segment where you want to hold up. Bit of practice, you'll get this every single time. Because it's not like the climbing's hard. Anywho, so that's Act 1. Act 1 is a non-issue. The entire point of this playthrough, the entire point of playing through this zone, no damage, is to, well, basically avoid the danger is the key thing. And this Act 2 is legitimately quite dangerous. So we're going to go the shortest path to the end. Not the safest, the shortest, because the shortest path avoids most of the danger. It's going to take a couple of attempts to get the timing down for that. Here, just hold right. But essentially, as soon as you see the badnik or the gun, you jump. And you'll get through it. The badniks in the zone, incidentally, are invincible, so don't go after them. The real point is to try and have as little time between the boss attempts as possible. Not because the boss is hard, but because the boss is finicky. It's really quite finicky. So, the final boss, as with everything else in Sonic Chaos, you can seriously mitigate the difficulty by doing a certain strategy, which I'm going to pull off here. The strategy is just finicky. We are the dangerous, evil Turkey Walker. You understand about here. And you're going to have to avoid at least one attack. That one. However, jump at the right time, and you'll get on top of Robotnik's head, and Eggman at this point is stuck in a pattern. Just completely stuck in a pattern, you can't break out of this. You won. It's doing that, it'll take practice to do that though. However, we are not done yet. The final boss, Robotnik has one more trick up his sleeve. And this one's actually quite dangerous, I'm not joking. So, we've got the Rammobile. 1, 2, 3, jump. 1, 2, 3, jump. I have not found a good way of dodging that. A good way of hitting that. You've just got to wing that. You've got no choice but to wing it. And that phase, even if you found the rings in this level, will instantly kill you if it hits you. Hitting the front of the Rammobile kills you. That bit is actually a lot harder than I made it look. Anyway, we're done. Chase down Eggman. And I do believe we are done. Chaos Emerald, please. Thank you. And that's Sonic Chaos, everyone. Complete with a really quite crap ending sequence. I'm not even sure what the difference is between you not getting the Chaos Emeralds and getting the Chaos Emeralds. It's just, I can't actually remember, so whatever, I'll have to go through the game again. It's not like it's going to take very long. Okay, what do I say about this game? It certainly exists. It certainly exists. I think this is one of the worst standard Sonic games. Not including, say, Sonic 06, which is bad for entirely different reasons. This is just bad because of how it was designed. Not because it was rushed, but because it was designed flawed, serious flaws in the design process. And the game couldn't recover. The levels are so hilariously short. The models do not exist. Every boss fight, bar like one, you get on top of their head and you win the battle. That doesn't sound fun to me. It's because it isn't. It's the same thing repeated over and over again. And the levels are just, these are some of the worst Sonic stages, just because of how easy they are. Most Sonic stages that are bad because they're too hard and require too much of the player, such as bottomless pits everywhere or whatever, such as 3D games, or Think Fast or Die, which isn't inherently bad because a lot of Sonic games are about that. But this goes all the way to the opposite end of the spectrum and just offers nothing to the player. Some of those levels were empty. They were short and they were empty. If they were just constantly difficult segments, it maybe it worked. But no. Yeah, this game is just disappointing, especially after the previous two entries. Sonic 2 on the Game Gear wasn't particularly good, but it was better than this game, just about. And Sonic 1 was a really good game on the 8-bit consoles. So what excuse this game had, I have no idea. Don't worry, Triple Trouble would pick up the slack and actually promise a decent game at the end of this. So we've got that to look forward to. Anyway, that was Sonic Chaos. Perfect runs, no damage runs. Didn't exactly take much out of my effort. Didn't take much effort, as you saw. And we're done. That suspicious just looks very maybe machine-ish. So, you may be wondering, were there outtakes to that zone? We'll see. Hello, welcome back to Sonic Chaos with the final zone, the Electric Egg Zone. You meant to be dash there, you idiot. Don't bother with that, because you've got the lasers. I don't know why I jumped then. Don't bother with this. Jump earlier than that. However, this one takes effort to do so. So you want to stand about here. You're going to have to dodge at least one attack. That was way too early, Ace. Try again. If you stand behind him at any point, he will launch off a rebounding shot, which is very difficult, if not nigh impossible, to dodge if you're landing in the wrong places. Speaking of things, we have this. 1, 2, 3, jump. No, 1, 2, 3, jump. Ah, nuts. Haha, challenge. However, what's twice as hard as 1? 2. Yes, really, okay. So the final zone of the game and the final boss is being awarded 2 out of 10, with the final form of the final boss being awarded a 3 out of 10 on the threat rating. Of the 2 forms of the final boss, the second one is by far the more dangerous, even though it has a single solitary hit point. It's really quite hard to hit, and it's quite hard to dodge. It's so easy to mess it up. It's so easy to mess it up, and you just die. And there's not a fat lot you can do about it. On the other hand, it has 1 solitary hit point, therefore I cannot rate it much higher than a 3. But it's still miles harder than anything else in the game. It is a bit of a screw you, final screw you. And as for the first form, it is about as easy as you saw. It's just finicky, it's possible to screw it up, and it's always your fault you screwed up the strategy. Again, you can bypass most of the obstacles in the zone, but I wouldn't exactly call it effortless, and it certainly had its moments. Going some of the other paths is quite difficult. Now, we're not quite done with Sonic Chaos, because beforehand I used to do the alternative path videos. I'm still planning on doing that, however I'm going to be compiling them into like 1 or 2 videos, because I felt I was going to be the easiest method, because the stones are honestly so short I can probably just get away with doing that. So, next up is the alternative paths. Following this playthrough, I'm most likely going to start uploading the Mega Man level videos, which should prove interesting. Hopefully. I don't know, I've got to keep you entertained for 81 entries, so that's going to be something. Anyway, I will catch you guys later.